Super Mario Bros. 3 is a nostalgic 2D Mario game, and some people even say that it's the best or one of the best 2D Mario games. Huh? Like, you can't be serious. I understand nostalgia, but nostalgia doesn't always mean good. But one thing I do not like about Super Mario Bros. 3 is the atrocious level design. Like, some of these look like they're just ripped from Super Mario Maker, and not the good levels. But mainly World 7 just has atrocious levels, so today I want to take a look at World 7 in Super Mario Bros. 3 and explain to y'all why these levels are just straight up terrible. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the sub button if you want to see more amazing content like this, and also if you're not in the Discord server, please join with the link in the description. But with that, let's go ahead and get into the first level. A big issue for Super Mario Bros. 3 for me is its terrible controls. Like, it just feels so awful to control Mario in. But since this world takes place in the pipe world, I hope you love pipes because you are going to see a lot of them in this level specifically. So pretty much this level is just you finding the right pipe to progress through the level. This is a vertical level where there are so many pipes, and if you go in this one, you'll go over here, and then if you go in that one, you go over there. But to be honest, I shouldn't complain about this because there are so many other things in this world that I'm going to complain about that are a much bigger deal than this. But my main gripe with this level is easily the note blocks. For some reason, I could just not get up here because the physics in this game is absolute dog shit. And I shit you not, this took me so many tries. And if I'm being real with y'all, if it wasn't for the rewind frames, I don't even think I can beat these levels. And I know a lot of y'all are just gonna be in the comments saying, skill issue. But seriously, this is such a pain in the ass to control. Other than that, this level is alright. Nothing really too noteworthy, but also this is not a level that I'd consider good in my book. Now time to move to level 2, where this is just a perfectly generic desert level, right? No, there are so many pipes, and they all just take you into this water section. So basically, this entire level is you just going into pipes, going into a water section, and rinse and repeat. So this level honestly just drags on for way too long. Sure, there's some decent content here, but the one thing I really do not like is how there's invisible note blocks. So we have to go back into the pipe, go into the other one, and then you finish the level. Again, this level isn't as long as the first one, but I still would not say this is a good level. Now time for level 3. So this level is overall just a generic ground level. You are given a star at the start, but due to Mario 3's awful controls, I could not get the star. Other than that, I don't really know like what's noteworthy to point out whether it's good or bad, but this overall is just as generic as a level can get. Not a bad level, but not really anything special at the end of the day. Though if I have to comment about something, I really hate Lackey 2s in the older games just because they're so obnoxious, but other than that, this level is just alright. Now time for level 4, and oh my god, a slow auto-scroll underwater level. Oh my fucking god. Listen, I really do not like auto-scroll levels, and I for sure do not like underwater levels. So what do you think putting both of these into one level is gonna make me think of this? For the level itself, it's about as generic as a water level can get, as there's Cheep Cheeps, bloopers, and Big Bertha, which if you don't know who Big Bertha is, it's that giant fish who tries to eat you in one bite. Though I will say this level is really cramped, so it does keep you on your toes, but with how slow paced this level is, it is just a massive headache to play. I am aware if I had the frog suit, then this level would be more tolerable, but as it is now, I just don't like this level. Now time for level 5. Now this level is just a maze, which I'm not a huge fan of in Mario games. However, the problem with this level is that there are so many invisible block traps. Like, do you see what I mean when I say that these levels are just straight up Mario Maker levels? And I feel this level is very excessive with that, and also it kind of suffers the same problem that the second level had, where you had to keep going back into the same pipe just to progress through the level. So both those things just incredibly bother me, so in terms, I'm not a fan of this level. So for World 7, there are 2 towers, and the first one is all over the place. So to start off this level, you're placed in a room full of bricks, and then there's a door, so you go inside the door, it brings you into this room, and you get a fire flower, and then you go into this hallway which has nothing at all. So you're just there lost, not knowing what to do. But what if I told you, you had to break these bricks with the P-switch? But if you don't jump to the right door, then you go to the bottom one, and then you're just going in the same place you've already been. But when you actually go in the right door, then you get lead to this pipe. It gives you a Tanuki suit, and then wait, haven't I already been here already? So pretty much all of this is leading you back to the same place you've already been. So I had just about enough of this, so I decided to look up a playthrough, and wait, you have to take the Tanuki suit, fly up to the ceiling, and that there's a pipe? Like, who the hell came up with this level design? Listen, if this was in Mario Maker, then I'd give it a pass. But in an actual fucking Mario game, are you kidding me? Oh, and the pipe doesn't lead you to anything special. It's just the boom boom fight, which is to exit. So to exit this level, you have to take the Tanuki suit, fly up to the ceiling, and if you get lucky, you'll see a pipe. Listen, I played a lot of shitty Mario levels in my day, but this just takes the cake. So in the end, this level is just a loop where you've been in the same spot the whole time, and to exit the level, you have to know that there's a pipe up there, and you're not going to know this until you look up a playthrough, or if you just fly around, you're going to probably see it. In Mario games, you should be executing levels, not figuring out what to do. And how is anybody supposed to know that there's a pipe on the ceiling? So there's absolutely no way you can like this level, enjoy this level. Like, this is just an atrocious level, period. Alright, let's move on now. Time for level 6. So this level has a gimmick where you have to go on this platform and you have to stay on it. I actually do think this is a neat concept, but the thing is, Mario 3's controls are still bad, so it makes this level very tedious, but it doesn't do anything unfair or bad per se. I wouldn't say this level is bad, it's just skill issue and the fact that it's in Mario 3, so the controls are not fluid like the modern titles. So at the end of the day, this is a good level, just there's a few things holding it back. Now time for level 7, and what the fuck is this? Like, you can't make this shit up. So what this level is that you have to get stars, run on munchers, and then that's the whole level. I know damn well this is a Super Mario Maker level and a shitty Super Mario Maker level, because this level idea is you just using a star and running on enemies. So it's just an auto win. Well, not necessarily, because the timing is pretty strict, because I managed to die several times or I had to keep using the rewind frame. But there is nothing positive I could say about this level, so in terms, this level is shit. Now time for level 8. So this level, I will say that it requires more skill than just trying to find out what to do, because throughout the level there are so many piranha plants and nipper plants that you got to avoid. This level will definitely keep you on your toes, but I will say at times this level does way too much. Like, who is gonna guess that the nipper plant would be spitting out fire? So this level was decently serviceable, but I will say that the challenge was just a bit too much. Now time for level 9, and I will say that this one was definitely very annoying, because this one was just trying to figure out where the exit is, because this one is definitely the biggest maze throughout the World 7. I said this earlier, but levels where you're just trying to figure out where to go is not fun. This level to me just caused a lot of frustration, because I got timed out twice trying to figure out where to go. So after looking up a playthrough, I finally got through the level. So at the end of the day, this level was just trying to figure out where to go, and it wasn't fun. Now time for the second tower, and thank God this one doesn't do anything unfair like the first one does. Now the platforming of this level is very complex and will definitely take you a couple tries, but again, rewind frames really saved my life with this level. But you do really need to be careful when timing out your jumps, because one wrong move and you have to start it all over again. To finish off the level, you have a boom boom fight, which is nothing interesting because you fight him so many other times throughout the game, so it's honestly not noteworthy. And to finish off World 7, we have to talk about the airship. This airship introduces platforming, which Mario has to jump across. Well, let me rephrase that. You have to jump on the platform to move across. But with Mario 3's controls, I'm not trusting that. Now, luckily you can just jump over it, but I still don't really like them. I do feel that this does drag on for a bit too long, but to end off the level, we have a Ludwig fight, which I think is definitely a bit more challenging, because sometimes when I'm trying to fight him, I just straight up get frozen. Like, I can't do anything. But once you defeat Ludwig, you are finally out of World 7. Thank God. After covering all these levels today, I can't believe how bad some of these were. But if you made it to the end, I really appreciate that. And before I go, I want to talk a little bit about the Odyssey Kingdom ranking. So with Mario Kart World on the way, if I can even get my hands on it, because you know what the tariffs are doing with the Switch too, Mario Kart World will be the main focus on my channel for quite a while after I get done with Odyssey. To update y'all on the progress with the Kingdom ranking, I'm still working on it, but with how much is going on in my life, it will take me to at least next week to get the video out, so I hope y'all can understand. But with all that, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!